Garden. With us today is the lovely Perry.
I am Perry.
Perry's like, I'm
You
not
paused,
lovely.
so I'm like,
I'm just
I was
Perry.
thinking, you paused for a second, so I'm like, wait a minute, am I introducing myself? So
Yeah,
like,
well,
hello.
we haven't done this in so long. We're a
It's
little off our
Perry.
groove. So, but we're back
Yeah.
we're back to drawing. Hold on, I got a window open in front of my. I don't want that there. Okay, cool. So we're back to drawing Deathwatch. You guys missed out on a lot of fun conversation. We do a pregame. We do a pregame huddle. I'm telling everyone who's not watching right now because right now we have 0 viewers. Because whatever trust we had, we've lost in the 3 weeks, and
I know, it's like we're. Well, I mean, when you vanish for like 3 weeks, it's like, huh?
I know.
Because I mean, week 1 was spring break,
Yeah.
and we said like, hey, yeah, we're taking the week off. You took the week off. I'm pretty sure me and Ray Ray were working on stuff all week.
Yeah.
Just because school doesn't end.
Unfortunately. But yeah, and then I had Toronto.
Right.
And then I came back from Toronto, and my mom fractured her hip or spine in 2 places, falling in the shower. So
Oof. Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know it was in the shower. That makes it so much worse.
Yeah. And so I've been in Mesquite, Nevada, taking care of my parents. But we are back. And we plan on being back. Even though I'm horrible about updating social media and letting people know. But anywho, we'll just have to be consistent. So, anywho.
Mm-hmm.
But we
Life
did.
Happens.
We had a fun conversation before. Ray Ray's a little under the weather. Every time we made Ray Ray laugh, we thought about admitting her to the ER. We didn't know.
Yeah, it wasn't a very live, laugh, lovely time.
Yeah. Hey, Mecca Jared's on. How you doing, buddy? I fell asleep last night before I call you back. I'm sorry. I was out. But, Jared, we actually need to talk. I need word balloons for the letterer for Deathwatch. So, and I haven't written anything for the pages we're doing because they're prologue pages that weren't in the script. So, yeah, we actually have to sit down and do some work. Yay.
Woohoo.
And then some of the other things we should talk about, though, is the Webtoon Contest.
Do you want to... I don't know anything about that, really. I just saw, like, a very quick, like, blip about it.
So, first of all, we're not doing April Fools. This is not an April Fool's. This is not like a gotcha moment. Okay, this is a real thing. Webtoons is doing a contest for the best action scene in a Webtoons publication. So, and the winner gets $50,000. I think the second place gets like 30, and then third place gets like 10, and then 4th through 10th place get 5,000. So
okay, wow.
Yeah. So apparently Webtoons wants to see who is like Jim Lee in the audience and create some awesome fight scenes in their book. So get on it. Should we put this page up? What do you think?
I was gonna say, like, you have a vampire getting absolutely smacked with the thing.
With we have thing violent. Thing on thing violent.
Oh. Yeah, go go use that violence.
Okay.
For the greater good.
For the greater good. Go make some moolah off the violences.
Get paid for the violence.
Yeah. Oh.
What a wholesome message.
Yeah. And honestly, like, I'm thinking about the books that I read and the ones I enjoy. There aren't really any fight scenes. They're not action books. They're all soap opera, like, on Webtoons. Do you read any action ones on Webtoons?
I don't really read any Webtoons.
What? Perry?
Honestly. You know...
Really?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Really?
I am so bad at... Like, okay, for as many times as I've come on here and I've talked about, like, you know, various TV shows and movies and whatnot that I've watched, I'm also really bad at consuming media because the only reason why movies and TV shows work for me is that I can just play them in the background and I just tune in every now and again. When it's something like a webtoon where, like, I have to be actively involved because, like, no one's gonna turn that page for me or, like, scroll up for me, it's a lot harder.
That is... What about, like, when you're going to the bathroom? Like, everyone
I don't
reads
spend
comics.
that much time in there. Like,
well, nobody does, but it's like a reading break.
you know, I've never viewed it like that. So
it's like, yeah. I mean, everyone takes their phone to the bathroom. What do you Why do you think Angry Birds is so popular?
see, I'm fully aware of the fact that, like, I am listened to all the time. And sometimes I just want to be alone as long as possible.
Okay. All right.
No.
That's funny.
But yeah, so I am very bad at reading webtoons and stuff. Like, Ray Ray has definitely recommended a couple to me. Where, you know, she's like, yeah, I feel like you'd love this one, like, you should read it and whatnot. And I'm like, oh, I totally will, and then I never do.
My daughter does the same thing, where she's like, Dad, you would love this book. And then I'll read, like, I don't know, 10 episodes of it, and I'll just go back to reading the same ones that I was reading before. Because, for whatever reason, it just doesn't make that same connection. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know, whatever is interesting to her right now, in her 17-year-old mind, just isn't the same thing that, I don't know. Like, the one that she recommended, it was like, I think it's called Seed. Is that right? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I just told you I don't read.
Yeah, you did. You just told me that you don't. Anyway, I think that's right. But anyway, there's like a talking cat, and anyway. But yeah, I'm into the one where it's like the son is trying to raise his mom because he made the deal with the devil. I've told you about that one, right?
It sounds really familiar.
Yeah, I know I've talked about it before. Probably more than anyone wants to hear on this. So, but yeah, this son, he's like a terrible son. Makes a deal with his mom's dying. Makes a deal with the devil. And then bring his mom back to life, and the devil brings his mom back to life as a young girl, and then he basically gives up his life to be like the dad and to be the provider. So it's a nice like role reversal, and he stops becoming an asshole and starts becoming an adult. And yeah,
good for him.
Yeah, no, and drama ensues. I mean, holy cow.
Well, I can imagine when you suddenly have to take care of your, you know, being someone who has parented their parent before.
Yeah.
And they weren't even a child.
Right, exactly, yeah. So you would really love this guy. But anyway, so. It's fun. It's fun.
No, I mean, I have a whole list of different things that I want to do. Like, because here's the thing. I've put a lot of stuff on hold just because I'm just trying to graduate and I'm just trying to get all that done.
Mm-hmm. But you're a month away. You are 1 month away.
I know. I'm in my last month of college. It's weird.
You're done with your BFA project pretty much, right?
Like, the only thing my comic doesn't have right now is text, but okay. I mean, remind me, is it required for the text to be in there? Like, I'm just thinking worst case scenario.
It's not required. But if you're going to do the exhibit where we're putting the comic on the screen, people might want to read it. So yeah, you might want to have it For exhibition, you might want to have it.
I'm gonna have to review with you then how to do word balloons because it's been a year since I've had to do word balloons.
Okay. So maybe what we'll do is I say that like we just all meet, everyone that's doing the exhibit, and let's figure it out, because I bet you Raina and Jaden know how to do it in Clip Studio, and they could probably show everyone, and then everyone's on the same page. It'll only take like 20 minutes or so. So, that makes sense?
Yeah, because I mean that's just like the last, like very last thing I have to do in order to get these pages ready. But
and then you're done.
I think they look pretty good so far, because I can't remember the last time I actually showed you like pages I was doing.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Well, when I came back and looked at Raina's, I mean Jaden's. Sorry, Jaina's. All right. I'm having a senior moment. When I looked at Jaden, she had 4 pages done since the last time we'd seen each other. So, yeah. It's
well, that's like
dumpster fire on a river of lava. That's my life right now. Dumpster fire on lava, floating down into the ocean.
But I mean, in general, it has been forever since I've last seen anything anyone has done. Like, it's kind of wild, and I don't necessarily enjoy it.
Yeah, I can't comment on that.
No, I know. Yeah.
I'm so close to never having to work with that individual ever again. Ever.
Well, I mean, are you allowed to talk about whether or not you're staying, or?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna, keep my options open. But I think the amount of work that I have to do with comics right now, and just how much happier I am working in comics. If I can work in comics, I'm going to work in comics. So, like, if I don't, it's because I don't think I would be able to. But I think for something like that to happen, it had to be pretty drastic. Like an escalation in Ukraine, inflation getting out of control, another wild recession, something like that.
Yeah, just some sort of like unpredictable something to like mess up the economy.
Yeah, and that's happened. But I just like who I am more when I work on comics. I think I'm kinder. I think I'm not as stressed out. If something goes wrong, it's my fault. There's nobody else to blame.
Yeah.
So ultra accountability. But I mean, really, it's me in a room drawing. So, I mean, who are you going to blame? Because there's no one even there to listen to you complain. It's just you.
I mean, there's Boo.
There is Boo, but I'm not convinced Boo speaks English. Oh, I do not like what I just did. There. Yeah, Boo's just good for moral support. Oh, I think I created a tangent right there.
I'm reading the comments. Yeah, Jared said, I've been seeing your pages, Perry. Thanks, Jared. Like, I'm excited to get all of them actually posted, like in their completed, finished state, because I think that'll be fun. So, that'll be neat. And, before we jumped on, Chad, I mentioned the thing about applying to hopefully be, like, in the Artist Alley at FanX, but one of these days, like, I really want to get into the con circuit, and I think it'd be fun to go to a con with you one of these days. And, like, work that scene.
Oh, boy. Are you saying you want that to be Salt Lake?
I'm kind of down for, like, whatever. The biggest reason why I chose Salt Lake is because it's here.
Right.
So, like, I don't really have to worry about travel as much, especially since it'll be, like, my first convention. Assuming they let me in.
So, I have a few people asking for wanting interns over the summer. And they only need, like, one credit. So I'm thinking what we could do is just get a whole bunch of us and go down to Vegas and we all go and just set up Artist Alley tables there, and because the hours that you're going to be at the convention, that would be enough to cover your hours for the entire semester. Just what you're going to be doing on the floor. So yeah, we should. I know that Jaden has expressed interest, so like we could all just caravan down, get our rooms together. Like Joy and I could have one room, you guys could have a room, but we all carpool down together. Because I'm going down anyway. And
is this for the con that you were telling me about? That's very like comic heavy.
Yes, very comic heavy. It's going to be in Las Vegas in September, so it shouldn't be like blistering hot. It'll still be hot, but it won't be blistering hot.
Yeah, like unbearable.
Yeah. And I really like the show. It's amazing Las Vegas. It's a great show. Plus, It's my hometown show. So.
But yeah, you can show us like all the cool Vegas spots.
Yeah.
While we're there.
Yeah. No, we have a really good time every time we go, and it's well attended, so you'll get to meet a lot of other big name celebrities, comic celebrities.
Because yeah, that's the other thing. Like, you know, I wanna get into like networking, and I wanna like make convention buddies and stuff. Like, I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, man, that this is, you know, a kind of culture that I really want to get into.
Yeah. So let's start planning it. And we'll plan it with everyone who wants to, you know, anyone at UVU that's interested. We'll see if we can't make like a giant caravan. Because I swear to you, the last time I was at Salt Lake, I thought I was gonna have a stroke just over anger of dealing with the people at Salt Lake, and I just like I'm not doing this again. So,
I mean, I know you've expressed before that like it's not your favorite convention, but
I flat out refuse to go. Like I feel really bad because I guess they merged with another show, a show that originated out of Indianapolis, and I got a friend who still runs those shows. You know, and he called me up. I'm like, hey, you know, we're working with Salt Lake, and you know, would love to have you out. I'm like, nope, no, thank you, nope. He's like, really? I was like, yeah, and watch your back.
Your back. Oh, jeez.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm serious. That's their MO. They put someone in charge of like running the floor and handling the exhibitors, give them no power to do anything, and then blame everything on them when stuff goes wrong. So I was like, yeah, watch your back. But anyway, no, I have better things to do than waste my time at Salt Lake. So. But, you know what, I say that, and you should go, though, because I have students that went to the last one, that some of them said they made 10,000, some of them said they made 30,000 selling prints. That's nuts. Yeah. That's nuts. So you should go. I don't want to deny anybody, like, an opportunity to make money. I don't care. I don't like them, and I don't want to deal with them. Life's too short, so... But you guys should do it. You should definitely do it. But you should do Las Vegas too. See how a real comic convention's run with competent people that care and know what a comic book is. So.
Yeah, we can put together some kind of like Discord chat or something with like all the potential people that want to go with us and like figure out plans and whatnot.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Sweet.
We grab you, grab Jaden.
Probably Ray.
Ray. Okay. All right.
I feel like that's something she'd be into going to, like if she can make it.
Well, I would imagine like all of my BFA students might be. So I'll just send out a invite on Microsoft Teams and see who's interested.
Yeah.
But we definitely need a road trip. But we haven't done Lightbox. We haven't done.
Which I still want to go to one of these days.
I know. I do too. So, you know what? I have not been on the multi-stream. I've only been on Twitch. Okay. I wonder how many comments we missed because I wasn't looking at. Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, Joy said, oh yeah, I'll get to meet you, Perry. yeah, if it works out, Jared, I think that'd be really fun. Like, we can pull it all together. Get to Vegas.
Get to Vegas. We'll go do some gambling. We'll bet it all on black.
Joy.
We'll take all of our money that we've made at the end of the show and just like go put it on one number.
You know, you can do that. You can absolutely do that all you want. I will not. If that's gonna make your weekend, then more power to you. I still really want to go to the, oh my gosh, what's it called? It's the Omega Mart at Area 15.
Okay.
That thing looks wild.
I've seen pictures.
Yeah, it makes no sense, and I love that.
Now wait, were you the one that was telling me that you stormed Area 51, that you were actually there for that? Was that
yeah.
you? That was you.
Yeah, it was me. That was me.
All right. Tell us, I want to hear more about this. Because
they're really like, huh?
No, I'm surprised you're not shot or something. I mean, it's a government.
Well, because here's the thing.
Okay.
So, I know that like the narrative going around was like, we're gonna Naruto run at the gate because they can't stop us all. Here's the thing though, it ended up kind of being more of just like a crowd of people outside the fence with like a sign maybe. Just like, let's see them aliens. Like, I don't think anyone actually like ran at the fence. It was more of just like a peaceful gathering.
Okay. Good. Because I'm pretty sure that there would have been somebody there. Like, you know, there's just some... Let me tell you something I know about a lot of the people that join the military. The only reason why they join the military is that they hope to shoot and kill someone someday. Now,
Oof.
that's not everybody. That's not everybody. But I know some people who are that way. And I could just see somebody on the other side of that fence just be like, oh, please, oh, please. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm glad you guys didn't breach the fence, because that might have been a different story. But...
Well, because there was also that like huge party thing that was happening in like downtown Las Vegas, which I kind of feel like was a method to deter people from going to the actual base. Because it's like, yeah, come hang out at this party. There's going to be alien-themed Bud Light. What more could you ask for?
Yeah. Yeah. Capitalism always trumps.
Which, yeah, I was at that as well. And that was pretty neat. Like, it was a free event, just kind of out in the open. Lots of alien stuff.
Well played, Bud Light.
Like, huh?
Well played, Bud Light.
No, literally, I have an alien Bud Light beer cozy somewhere in my closet.
There you go.
And I'm like, man, would you look at that time that I went to go see them aliens? I think one of the funniest things that came out of that trip was, I think I mentioned this, I posted on my Instagram story about, like, some Korean barbecue restaurant that I was at in Vegas. And I get a message from my dad, and he's like, where are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm in Vegas, like at a Korean barbecue restaurant. He's like, you better not be down there for that alien thing. I'm like, does that sound like something I would do? He's like, yes, it does. And I'm like, well, you're correct. So, yeah. Texas.
Okay.
Like, yeah, he was probably just at home in Texas, but he was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, nothing. I'm not doing anything.
I had to sneak out to go to Star Trek conventions when I was a kid. That was so cosplay originated with Star Trek, just so you know. And
that doesn't really surprise me.
Yeah. And I always wanted... Have you seen the uniforms from like Wrath of Khan through Star Trek Generations? Like the red... You know, where they're all in red, they just sort of have the bandoliers up top. Anyway,
yeah. I know those.
In one of those uniforms, and I was just terrified. I was like, nope.
Now, okay,
I'm not gonna do it.
I always heard that the red shirt people always died.
Well, in Star Trek the original series, they had yellow shirts for command, blue shirts for science and medical, and then red shirts for engineering and security. And so when Kirk would beam down with a party, it usually was, someone from science, someone from command, and then 4 or 5 like bodyguards from engineering or security or whatever. And those dudes never made it. They never made it. But during Star Trek the Motion Picture, they had completely redesigned uniforms that looked nothing like anything from Star Trek. And then they did the same thing for Star Trek 2. They came up with new uniforms again, but then those uniforms stuck around for the remainder of the original series movies. For the movies with the original cast.
Right.
And,
okay.
Yeah, and then it goes to Next Generation, which anyway. So I liked the Star Fleet uniforms from the movies. I always thought those were cool, but I was never ever gonna cosplay because I don't know. My family just wasn't into that sort of thing, and I feared the repercussions way more than I wanted to do it. But
coming from the guy who I swear to God lives by the whole better to beg forgiveness than ask permission.
I know. But I just, it was a different time.
True.
It was a different time. Like, you could get beat within an inch of your life if you wore a Star Trek costume in the wrong place in Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It didn't used to be safe to be a geek, let alone a
like a space geek.
Any type of minority. It wasn't. It wasn't safe at all. So like if you were LGBTQ, if you were a different race, if you were a nerd, if you were anything that wasn't dragging knuckles, you had to watch your six. So, and I would have had to watch my six from inside my own house. So it just wasn't.
I mean, yeah, I guess all those '80s movies about bullying had to be based off of something.
Oh yeah, no, go watch '80s movies. And you're like, this is horrible. Like that's how life was, forever.
You're like, guess what? It's based on fact.
Well, no, like I'm not kidding you. Like a lot of people, like if you listen to like true crime podcasts, anything before 1970s, they used to not arrest people for domestic violence before the 70s. They're like, oh, wow. You beat your wife and your children. I guess they had it coming. See you later, Bob. Oh. Like that's how they handled it. That's how they handled it. Yes, it was a different world. So we have made some progress. Okay. But yeah,
I'm trying to imagine looking at someone and saying, "Wow, I guess they had it coming."
Yeah, exactly, right? No,
Wow.
I mean, I told you about the first day of high school. My first day of high school.
I think so. You've had so many stories where like you get beat up that I just lose track.
Well, it wasn't me, but a kid wore a dress to school at Western High, first day of school, and someone almost stabbed his eye out with a pencil. So it was a different time. It was a different time. Dark subject matter, sorry. Mecha Jared's trying to steer us back into positive waters with I love Star Trek 3 the most. Star Trek 2 and then Star Trek 3, my friend. And I think Star Trek 4 was better than Star Trek 3 as well. So,
I really don't know that much about Trek in the Stars, so...
That's, I will say this much. They did have the most awesome Klingon captain, played by Christopher Lloyd, otherwise known as Doc Brown in Back to the Future.
Oh, that guy.
Yep. And Kirk.
Yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah. Yep. It was a fun one, though, Jared. Star Trek 3. You haven't seen any of the Star Treks, Perry?
So, I've seen the newer ones that have, like, Leonard Nimoy. Is that his name?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, not Leonard Nimoy. Oh my gosh.
I know you're talking about.
Who's the guy? Yeah, the newer Spock with the Zachary Quinto. That's his name.
There we go. Yep, thank you. I could see him. I'm like, dude from Heroes.
I'm like, it's the guy. The one.
Yeah. And then Chris.
The one movie with the Ben. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, one of the movies had Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yes, they did.
Mm-hmm.
Although I didn't like how that played out. I don't know.
You weren't a Khan fan?
Do something new, folks. Do something new. Okay? I mean, Khan was awesome because they went back to the original series and they pulled it out, but man, it would have been just as good as they would have. Like, I really felt like Star Trek Nemesis was probably the biggest missed opportunity in Star Trek movie franchise history, because they should have just brought back Tasha Yar. There's an awesome few episodes in Next Generation where Tasha gets killed on duty fighting the tar monster on this one planet, but there's an alternate reality where she saves the Enterprise but gets captured by the Romulans in a war, and her child kills her because she tries to escape Romulus, and her child is basically half human, half Romulan.
Okay.
And like that whole movie, I was just waiting for her to pop up and like be the one that like takes over Romulus and goes after Picard. And instead they bring in this unknown character that we don't care about and focus the story around their backstory instead of like building a story that they already knew from the series, like they did with Khan with the original series. And anyway, we got a hot mess that didn't do anything. Actually became probably one of the worst Star Treks of all time. Like, maybe tied with Star Trek V, The Search for God. Anyway.
That already sounds like it would be a mess. Like, that title alone. It
was a mess. It really was. It was, and that's what it was. It was like, let's go see if God exists.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah. But I still like Star Trek better than Star Wars.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was able to, from what little bit of Star Trek that I've seen, and from the, parts of Star Wars that I've seen, I do enjoy Star Trek a bit more.
Yeah. I do too. Star Trek never solved a love triangle by making the characters brother and sister.
And I gotta be honest, so far, I've enjoyed Dune the most.
Dune is so good.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They know what they're doing.
So... Wah, wah, wah. Wah, 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 wah. Is it safe to talk about Batman now? Can we talk about
Probably.
the
It's
Batman?
been out for a few weeks now.
What we should ask our viewers, be like, hey,
it's been out for like a month. If they haven't seen it at this point.
Yeah, I think we can talk about it. So long as we're announcing that we're talking about it.
Yeah, so we're talking about Batman.
Yeah.
Y'all.
So if you don't want to hear it, get to stepping. We love you.
Wow, I was gonna say, like, what a thing to say to your viewers. Like, we're talking about this thing, so get to stepping.
Only if you don't want to talk about it. If you want to talk about it, turn up the volume.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I would love to discuss the Batman.
Okay, well, I want to hear your take, because you're not a comic person, correct? You're a comic person, but you're not a Batman... Do you actively own and read Batman comics? Or like, are you familiar with Batman storylines? Okay, so let's hear your take on the Batman.
Okay, so one thing, because I've seen a couple of Batman movies in my day, and yeah, it seemed like every one of them, they felt like your typical superhero movie of like, I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna fight some people, whatever. There's gonna be some girl that's like, help me. And I'm a saver and, whatever. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But this one, a few things that I really enjoyed. First of all, Riddler.
Okay.
Second of all.
Yeah.
I really did like the film noir... Oh, wait. No, Batman's... Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wait, JD Smith, Digi-Artist, I need to know, like, if you're serious or not, because I'm really about to pop off about this movie.
JD, are you serious? JD, you gotta tell us.
We're not
we were about. I will mute. Oh man.
I can type in chat when we're done.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah.
That's what I'm. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna spoil it, buddy. So hit mute for a sec.
Yeah, I'll type in the chat when we're done talking about Batman. But yeah, so I really loved the film noir atmosphere of the whole film, because yeah, Batman was actually like being a detective, and he was, kind of being more of like, I don't want to say like a cop, but yeah. So I liked that investigative side of it. Another thing that I really appreciated, because this is supposed to be like, what, year 2 of him being a
That's what it
vigilante?
felt like, yes. It felt very much like year 2. Yeah.
And I liked the fact that he wasn't polished. Like, he wasn't a polished fighter. He wasn't like there were a few times where, yeah, he is getting the crap beat out of him. And there was this other time when I think it's when he's trying to like run from the police station or something. And like he tries to make the landing on that bus, but he just misses and just absolutely like just rolls off into the street.
Yeah.
Or something. And
Yeah.
I enjoyed that aspect of it. It made him feel more real, you know, like he is a guy who's just trying to figure it out, and he's doing his best.
Well, and I love the and this is a major spoiler, so I love.
Really hope you're muted, bro.
I know. I'm just double checking that he's got it mute, but the lenses on his contacts that record everything.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, I was like, wow, that's a first. And you know what though? Someone's watching that and they're making it right now. Like,
oh yeah.
There's somebody
they were
at
like,
Apple right now that's like, this is our bajillion-dollar idea. But
yeah.
Yeah, that was
so really
cool.
liked that. I think like the only parts where like it kind of lost me or something was when like it was getting into, you know, which one of you killed my parents and what happened, and I'm like, okay, we're back to the whole daddy issues thing. Because like I get it, that's like a big part of his, you know, story.
Right.
It's like, you know, my parents were murdered and now I'm very sad. And it's like, okay, I get that. But it just seemed like some of those parts I was like, okay, this is a lot of like twists and turns of like, you did it. No, you did it.
Right.
I thought you did it. Maybe you were right for doing it. No, wait, you did it. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But another thing that I thought was really cool was that like in that, you know, part where Batman is talking to Riddler, like kind of there towards the end, and he's like, I did this because of you, like we could be such a team, and like kind of seeing that moment where Batman's like, oh shoot, like we might actually be kind of similar, you're just more like extreme.
Yeah.
I was like, that's interesting. Like he's seeing himself reflected in his like villains, basically. And the whole idea of like, you know, you inspired me to do this, like, I'm like, that's really interesting.
Yeah. I thought.
And did you see? Did you see the deleted scene that came out?
No, I haven't. Have you?
You haven't?
No, I've been busy.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Well, because so you know, in the end when it shows Joker, right, or like it alludes to Joker.
Yes.
Okay, this deleted scene they released, apparently it was going to be in the movie, but they cut it. It is Batman going to Arkham to basically get a profile on Riddler from Joker. It feels very Silence of the Lambs.
Huh. Okay.
Like Clarice and Hannibal. And it is interesting.
Huh. Why would he go to Joker, though? For
I think it's because, okay, from what I understand, the reason why he went to go talk to Joker about it was because, like, shared qualities, shared, like, you know, do you know who this is? Like, what can you tell me about, like, the way he thinks or something? Because it's like, you're in this scene, you do the whole, like, psychopath, whatever. I mean, he might have thought, like, maybe it was one of his best bets to, like, you know, talk to a psychopath to understand a psychopath. Like, I can't remember all the reasons, but it was still, like, an interesting interaction to watch. And I'm like,
Well, it was a very comic booky movie, and I didn't think it would be. Did you see the part where he injected himself with venom? Like right there at the end when Selina's getting choked out, and he's like completely spent because he's been like trying to pull himself up that whole time. And then he hits, so in the comic there's this substance called venom, and that's what they use to create Bane.
Oh, okay.
And that's what he injects himself with. So there's like all these little nods to like. Anyway, a very different Batman than we're used to seeing. There's parts of it where I just felt like, you know, they were. I don't know. It was really well done, but there's other times where I thought like they're trying. Every movie, it seems like they're trying to make it darker. I'm like, just stop trying to make it darker and focus on the things that make it work. Because I swear there were times in the movie where I was like, I can't see anything that's happening in this film.
Right, right.
And they had some awesome scenes where they, like the fight scenes where you only saw the fight in between flashes of the gun. That was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So there's parts where they're pulling it off and you're like, yeah, that's an awesome scene. And then there's other parts where it's like, I can't tell what the heck's happening. And at that point, it's like you need to turn the lights on. So, and that being said, though, there was probably more daylight scenes in this Batman movie than any other Batman movie. Where Batman's actually out in the sunlight. And I remember thinking, like, wow, that's different. That's weird. Batman's actually out during the day. So, anyway, I enjoyed it, though. I really did. I enjoyed it. I thought Catwoman stole the show. I thought Colin Farrell stole the show as Penguin. Like, anytime they were on camera.
He did do a really good job.
Yeah. But I think Patterson held his own.
I thought he did really well as Batman. I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely didn't ruin anything. So, and there's a lot of people that are hesitant. I spoke to someone in Toronto that was like, I'm never going to go see it. And I was like, well, how come? And they're like, and they said Patterson. And I was like, I want you to go watch Devil All the Time on Netflix with him and Tom Holland. And I want you to go watch The King. And it has Muad'Dib in it. What's the name of that actor? Timothy
Chalamet?
Yeah. So, and Robert Patterson's the big bad in that one, too. He's the big bad.
Well, and what did you think of Paul Dano as Riddler?
I thought he was amazing. He's very disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a fun film. It was definitely a worthy addition. So, but it was dark. It was very dark. I have friends who were just like, I can't handle this, and they left. They just got up and walked.
Oh wow.
Out. Yeah.
Well, some of Riddler's traps, I was like, damn. Okay.
Well, that was one of the creepiest openings I think I've seen in any movie. Where he's just...
Yeah, okay. Did Adam tell you about when he went to go see it, or no?
No.
Oh, okay. So Adam was telling me that when he went to go watch it, apparently he's in a room with just tons and tons of people, because he watched it before the 4th, like before opening night, so it's a bunch of people that are like getting pre-screenings.
Right, okay.
So he's sitting in the theater, they're watching it, and like, apparently all was going well until like right before he strikes, the screen goes out. But like, they can hear what's happening, but they can't see it.
Oh, wow.
And he's like, I thought everyone was gonna riot.
Huh.
And I'm like, yeah, I can imagine.
Huh. I'm not a I have to be in the theater type of person. I'd rather watch movies at home. And okay, I've watched... I went to Shrek opening night at Man's Chinese Theater in the old historical theater where they had thousands of people, like, seating for thousands. And it was the most magical movie experience of my life.
That's what I've heard.
Yes.
Like, if you can go see a movie in the old, like, Chinese theater thing in LA...
Yes.
Then it's a whole other game.
Yeah, well, and I think they call theaters like that the Crystal Palaces. Like, if you can go to a Crystal Palace and you have like a real movie audience that knows not to bring their children, that knows to turn off their cell phone.
Yeah, they're like cinema people.
Yeah, exactly. I told you I had to watch Batman twice because the first time somebody brought in a screaming child the whole movie. And I was
that's
just
messed up.
Yeah, and if I have a bad movie experience, I will not have a good review for the film. So I was just like, I'm not, I got to see this again under better circumstances. So, but yeah, the second time I saw it, I liked it infinitely better than the first time. But I had a really bad movie experience. Like, just stay home. There's VHS, there's video on demand. You don't need to go and ruin it for everybody in the theater. I don't get it. I don't get people nowadays like having zero consideration for other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's coming from someone who raised 4 children and spent plenty of time not going to movies. You know what I mean? Like, You don't need to take your 4-year-old to see what arguably could have been an R-rated film. You know, easily. You know. Anyway, but yeah, it was good. But I thought Selena Kyle. I want a Gotham City Sirens with her and Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie.
Yes, and we just need to find the perfect.
Perfect Ivy.
Perfect Ivy. Yep. So casting couch right now for Ivy.
Oh my god.
Who's your pick?
I don't know people.
I don't know either.
Like I am so bad with here. I'm gonna let JD Smith, the G artist, know that we're done talking about Batman. So that
yeah.
So let me go ahead and do that, and then we can discuss possible Ivy choices.
Okay, I like it.
Oh, what the hell was my username purple? I don't like that.
It's blue on mine.
I don't like purple. Oh, okay, on my screen it's purple, and I'm like, what?
No, it's blue on mine. I think it just...
I'm glad somewhere out there it's not purple.
Random in the chat.
But, oh my gosh, Ivy. Oh my... I don't know. Hold on, I have to think about this one.
Yeah, I understand.
Because here's the other thing. It's like, who is someone that Margot Robbie could really play off of?
Right, exactly. It's not going to be an easy choice.
No, it's not. Oh, I hate this, because it's like... It's like that thing when you're kind of put on the spot for something, and it's like, yeah, think of this. And it's like... Pfft,
you know, I
don't know.
I have picks. I don't think anybody would ever do the picks, but like,
So, what are your picks?
I absolutely love and adore Olivia Wilde. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Let me look up a picture and see if I know her.
Okay.
Because I'm so bad with names of celebrities and stuff. Like, I just don't keep up with celebrity culture or anything.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see what she's been in. Okay, I may know who this is. I think I have an idea. What are your other picks?
Let me think. I don't know. My other picks are a little zany, but there's a part of me that was thinking, have you seen Uma Thurman's daughter in Stranger Things? Who's like the spitting image of Uma Thurman? It's Uma's and Ethan Hawke's child. I was like, that would be crazy if like she reprised that role, but like keeping it in the family type of thing. But I don't know, that might be weird too.
Oh, that's right, because I remember, Uma Thurman played Ivy like way back in the day, right?
Yeah. And I didn't think she was bad. I thought Joe Schumacher was a bad director. But yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't remember anything about that movie other than like the pink gorilla suit.
Yeah.
Sylvie, hey. Sylvie jumped on my desk, so I'm like, dude, please don't hit my microphone.
Sylvie wants to play.
Yeah, he's like, wait, I have choices, and I'm like, no, you don't. Because yeah, like if it's a question of like who could voice Ivy, then I'm sure I could think of people. But if it's a matter of like who could play Ivy, because now it's like who has a look, like who can act like Ivy, who can like who pulls off the look of Ivy, like. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I got nothing, but I swear one of these days you're gonna get like a message from me out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, where
like, Chad, what about this
you know
option?
what? So that's what we'll over the next couple of weeks. We're just gonna keep our eyes peeled during films and be like, okay, this is gonna be our Ivy, and then just
Yeah, like I have another Ivy candidate.
right, and then we'll send copious letters to Warner Brothers, and if that doesn't work, we'll try stalking people on the Warner Brothers line. No, I'm teasing. These are the jokes.
I was gonna say that's probably not the best idea. Like I can't really say that I approve of the stalking.
No, I rarely get off the couch to make a sandwich. I'm not gonna stalk anybody.
Oh my gosh.
It involves way too much work. So.
See, JD Smith DigiArtist said, Anna Taylor-Joy, my pick for Poison Ivy.
Ah.
I haven't seen a ton of her, but I almost feel like she would be, like, maybe a little too soft for the role. Because she has, like, a very, like, doll-like face. She has, like, a very young-looking face.
Is that Queen's Gambit?
I think so, yeah.
I love everything she's in. I think she's amazing. Matter of fact, I thought she was amazing as Magic.
Eyes on her.
In New Mutants. So.
Like, I might have to see some more, like, things that she's in before I can make, like, a really, educated opinion on that.
Okay. I don't think Sophie Turner would be bad. I think what might be hard is getting people not to see Jean Grey. But if you're wanting to cast a redhead for a redheaded role, I don't think Sophie Turner would be bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep my eyes out for someone who I think would be a good candidate. Yeah, earlier I was talking about, like, my list of things that I want to do when I'm finally graduated and, like, I have time to do things. And I finally want to play the Cuphead game. Like, I've been drawing the characters all the time, but I've never actually played the game. I've only, like, watched the series.
Oh.
So I'm like, I should probably do that.
Yeah, I thought you were a huge fan of the game. You've just been watching...
No, so I've watched videos of, like, people doing the boss battles on YouTube, so, like, I have an idea of like what the levels look like, what it is. I have played like a few of, like, the very first levels when I was over at my friend's house, and that's kind of like what introduced me to the style, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. Like, I like this whole vintage thing, and then the series came out, and I fell in love with the series. So I'm like, I need to actually sit down and, like, commit to playing the whole game in its entirety.
See, that's how I feel about Fallout 4. I'm like halfway through Fallout 4, and I haven't finished it. And I want to, really bad, but it's not going to happen ever. Well, I shouldn't say ever.
It's like I'm drawing the devil right now, and I'm like, you need to play this video game one day.
So, I thought what you put on Instagram was really fun. Have you gotten a good response from that? The
posters I've been doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, oh my gosh, honestly...
You did reels and, time-lapse, like, your progress on the drawing. So, like, how did that do?
Okay, so, honestly, the Cuphead stuff I'm posting is the whole reason why I feel like I can handle the convention scene now. Like, I actually feel like I have something I can do. Mm-hmm. Because on Instagram, the devil poster currently has 881 likes.
Wow. Look at you go.
Yeah, King Dice got... Thank you. I was really shocked.
Wow.
King Dice got... He's at 261. So still, like, significantly more than what I usually get, but, like, the devil has definitely done the best.
The
And
devil.
I did this.
The devil.
The
Sorry.
Devil. I mean, Devil's my favorite character. Honestly, like he made that show just like phenomenal. A lot of the characters are wonderful, but the Devil was just like he was perfect. And then I did this one like draw this in your style thing where someone drew like Cuphead, Mugman, and Ms. Chalice, and that one got 373.
Wow.
So yeah, they've been doing really well. So I'm like, shoot, okay,
Yeah. There you go.
I should do something with this.
Well, I think the most important thing to do is to post regularly, which is what I struggle with the most.
Yeah.
But like I said, I need things to stop blowing up.
Yeah, cause like that's what I've been trying to do. Like I've been trying to get like one like fan art thing, Cuphead fan art thing done a week, which is why like I try to crank it all throughout the week so I can save Fridays and I can do like a fan art Friday live stream. Where it's like I'm going to come draw this Cuphead thing, so like come join me and we can draw Cuphead stuff. And like Tuesdays I usually stream just work I have to get done, like school projects. It used to be my comic, but now all that is drawn. So
well, but you could keep going with it if you wanted to. So I have a question for you, Perry. I'm getting a weird text from a student. I think I need to let's do a pause real quick, and I'm gonna take a phone call. It sounds like an emergency though, so let me.
Oh geez.
I know, hate to break the mood, but we're gonna do intermission just for a sec, and then I'll be right back.
Cool.
How do I pause my thing? Perry, help me out here. I have the intermission button.
Wait, you have an intermission screen up. You might want to mute yourself, though.
Okay, let me see.
Nope. Well, I mean, okay. I can probably hear you through Discord. I don't know if you're muted on the actual
Okay.
screen.
Let me mute on Discord.
Yeah, I think you're muted on the actual stream. So.
Okay. All right, so I'm muted on Discord. Anybody on the stream, can they still hear me?
Yeah, you should be good now.
Okay. weird. All right, I think we're back. Let's see. Discord. Okay, can you hear me, Perry?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, let's see if we can get this back on track on streams.
So I'm actually gonna have to jump out though because I have to run to a meeting.
Okay. I'm gonna be all alone. I don't know what to do.
You'll be fine.
I will be fine. It was fun. We'll have to make sure that we don't have a 3-week gap again.
Yeah, like we'll definitely be back next week.
We'll have to ask Mom to stop breaking her back. Dear Mother, would you please, if you mind, stop breaking your back? No, I hope she's doing good. But yeah, run, play. Thanks for being here. Thanks for keeping it real.
Yeah, I will see you all next week.
Okay, we'll see you, Perry.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So what are we going to talk about now, guys? It's just me on my lonesome. Squats. Okay, let's talk about squats, John Bear. So, how many of you guys saw the announcement from Warhammer today? Which I am calling gentleman's bet. I am calling that an April Fool's prank. A very well done April Fool's prank. Johnny, you and I might be the only 2 Warhammer players on this stream right now. Okay. Hey, you know what? A 6-pack. Let's make it a 6-pack. That sounds like a good bet. I like that bet. One big beer. Okay. Get one of those 60 ounces from the Quick Mart. One big beer. One big beer bet. So Johnny, apparently, I missed because I'm a Craft World player. I missed that the Harlequins in the new Eldar Codex apparently are game breaking. Like the only army that can beat Tau supposedly. I didn't even check them out. Have you checked them out? I don't, I think there are people that would play the army for sure. I just think it would be interesting if they did it when they don't even have all the codices for their existing armies out. I don't know. Would you play a squat army? I tell you what I wouldn't play. I wouldn't play with this foot. This is a nasty foot here. We're getting rid of this foot. We're erasing all evidence of it so that no one ever sees it ever again. I'm going to get rid of this thigh too. There we go. I would be happy with that. See, and you're making that sound pretty plausible. But that squat that we saw was in some type of power armor. So that did not look like an Imperial Guard unit to me, the one in the video this morning. So I don't like this foot either. Some things work in sketches that don't work in reality. Let's see how this... Yeah. Yeah, people don't remember that, but they did. They had Terminator suits for squats back in the day. What was the lore event that wiped him out? Was it a Tyranid invasion? Do you think they'll be Imperial, or do you think they'll be their own race? I mean, it sort of suggests both. Because the video, it seemed like they had Imperial codes in the video, so it doesn't seem like they're going to be like a new Xenos. But this is all speculation if they're real, which I don't think they are. I don't think they're real. I think they're like Bigfoot. They were real, but now they're not. Alright, let's see if I like that foot any better. Marginally. Huh. That's a good point. But you know, don't you feel like let's see, hold on. There you go. Johnny, you had a lot of did you say that you had 6,000 on your Custodes post on Instagram? That's not a small number either. That's a big number, man. Everyone's getting big numbers on the IG. Except for the Chadster, because he forgets to post stuff. Just gotta get consistent, folks. Good. Ah, that eraser's too big. Trendy audio. Okay. You'll have to school me in your ways, sir. That hair's a little crazy. do I like it? Continue. Yeah, I don't think me showing my moves is going to get me new followers. Click like if you want to see my moves. I'm going to start stripping right now. They're man boobs. Moves. Let's see if we can make that trend on Twitter. Oh, that's right. Never mind, I said the T word. So Johnny, apparently Baharoth is like the new hot mini. The metal Baharoth. I got like 50 of them. I still have the original Avatar in the blister. Which I think I'm just going to put him on a giant stand and play him. Speaking of the Avatar, my pre-order should have come in. I still haven't heard anything. Nothing, man. Yeah. I haven't played them, but I played the Swooping Hawks. Did I play the Swooping Hawks with you? I think I played like Warp Spiders with Little Bear, and then Swooping Hawks with you, and I think it went back to Warp Spiders after I played my Swooping Hawks and my Fire Dragons really poorly. Yeah. Those whatever the Custody sisters are, lit them up. What are your Custody sisters called? Sisters of Silence. That's a good name of them, because a lot of my units didn't make any more noises after coming up against them. Yeah, it is only page 3. But you gotta remember, like, I've had a Harley book in here. I have a book for paper films. I just now posted 3 videos that I made in January 8th to my digital painting class online. So, yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. But yeah, I gotta light a fire, man. quit all the other stuff. So, yeah, that's not how it works, dude. Yeah, hey, DC. I'm going to be quitting some of the other stuff, but it won't be the stuff that you want me to quit. So the solicits for this book don't even go out until April. So I got a little bit of time. Which I know it is April, but later in April. And you always put out the fires that are closest to you. And right now this fire is not that close to me. I'm drawing all this stuff just based off my thumbs. I might need to go back and grab some reference to make it look half decent. Just remember, Paper Films, that's Jimmy's company, so... It will. Like all good things, though, takes time. See, and I think that's sort of a misnomer that people have. Like when a comic gets announced that someone's just sitting there cranking out on it. Yeah, I have a lot of other stuff that has to get done before I can even start work on this in earnest. And the only reason why the work is done that I have done is because they need it for solicits. So, but yeah, first of all, paying work comes first. And established clients come first. And don't get me wrong, I'm committed to Artist Elite, but I'm not about to burn 15 years of a working relationship with DC Comics to do it. So, yeah, you just gotta make choices. And my choice is this is page 3. This is page 3 of Deathwatch. Who you got picked for WrestleMania? I have no idea. Last time I watched WrestleMania, it was Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant. So that should tell you. That should tell you who my picks for WrestleMania are. I'm a little out of that loop. Definitely got to get a background. These two. Junkyard, yeah, maybe Ric Flair, yeah. Hey, I'm not saying you can't like it. I'm just saying I haven't watched it. You know, when I worked at Origin and we were doing the video game accounts, I got to go see this like 500-pound Pacific Islander sit on somebody's face. I want to say his name was Rashiki. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I'm trying to think who else. I think it was like Booker T. Is that what? Am I right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I think that was 2004, 2005. So still a long time. And I think that was officially like some of the last things I did with wrestling. Were the WrestleMania cards. I can't remember. I think it was THQ that did the games for PlayStation. We did all the ads and whatnot. So that's fun. So what is the, I will tell you what I do watch a lot more now, and that's UFC. Those things only last like 30 seconds though. They can be pretty brutal. Yeah. So I've just been watching like all the YouTube clips of like the knockouts and whatnot. But I think I need to get to the point where I really start paying attention. It's hard for me, like when you draw, it's hard for me to watch stuff because I'm always doing this. Got to keep your eyes on the canvas. But yeah, it seems like everything that's cool coming out of fighting world these days is coming out of UFC. All the exciting fights, but they don't last long. It's like a Tyson fight. Yeah. Yeah. No lie. Well, just the fact that you can force submissions. There's just so much more you can do with it. It's like boxing and wrestling and martial arts all rolled into one. Thank you, sir. Whoa. So you know what is out that I actually do like is Usagi Yojimbo is supposed to be out on Netflix. Or I guess it's called the Usagi Chronicles. So anyway, I'll try and check that out today. Macaru. Felicitaciones. Let's see. Do you think it'll be faithful? Either way, I hope Stan will get. I'm pretty sure Stan had to get paid in order for them to make it into a TV show. And from what I understand, it's not going to be identical because Netflix tends to own whatever they put into a television network. So I imagine they would have had to sold the rights. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I can get on a panel and ask questions. I'm hoping I can get back in San Diego, but haven't heard a thing about it. I bet you if you are going to WonderCon right now, you're going to hear plenty about it. But anyway, we'll see what happens. No sense worrying about it if you have no control over it. Cash them checks. For sure, man. I need to clean these glasses like a million times better. I wonder if I have any. I do. Give me 1 second, guys. You know what I'm gonna do? Hold on. We're gonna take a sponsored break. Brought to you by Rockstar. Rockstar, the best energy drinks on the planet. Get hydrated and caffeinated at the same time with Rockstar Recovery. Available at your local Maverick. Cheers, everybody. Alright. Got that done. Let's see if we can clean these puppies off. Looks like they've been rolling around in the oil. That is not a napkin. As I stab my eye out. You'll put your eye out, kid. Much better. Uh-oh. There we go. Right, yeah. Yeah, exactly. My brain is falling asleep. I need stimulants. Bring them to me. Bring me the nicotine, the caffeine, the fentanyl. Don't you feel like they owe it to you at some point, Johnny? Where it's like, I've spent so much on your product, you owe me. Game over. Yeah. If I ever get rich, I'm still putting the Slurpee machine in the house. Yeah! Yeah! Let's see. I've literally shaved years off my life because of your natural energy. Is that what they kill? Do they kill your kidneys or is it your liver? Is it kidney failure? Renal? They're so delicious, though. Boy, I really didn't like what I did there. Let's see. I think the COVID vax has more paperwork on it than the... Yep. We're all going to die of something. Might as well be delicious orange flavored energy drink. Yeah. Yeah, I think if I just stick to the traditionals at breakfast time, like English breakfast or cup of coffee, I do better than when I start slamming energy drinks at the end of the day. But I am so exhausted after the last couple of weeks. I'm ready to take a nap. Get too old for this shit. Quote Danny Glover. I like tea, Jared. It gives you the boost. You don't feel like you're about ready to take off to the moon. And then I like to put in my stevia while it brews. So I get a lot more consistency of my sweet on my tea than I do on my coffee. It does that too, for sure. I do not like the face on this vampire. There you go. Johnny, I'm right there with you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. We're going to see the stick work, but it's going to work in a different way. Good, Jared. Um, might give you a call when this is over. We can get those uploaded and over to Lex. Feels so good to draw. You know, when my life gets crazy and I'm running around taking care of mom or whatever and driving back and forth to Cedar City or Nevada. I don't get to do this that much. And I don't get to do it as nearly as much as I want to. So when I get on here and I just get to draw, especially on something that I've, co-created, feels good. Feels really good. But now I gotta go back and fine-tooth comb it. Jared's like, no, Chad! Do a temerity on it. Look for any stray hairs on the page, so to speak. Yeah, Jared, actually, that sounds good. So I'll send him over. Then we can send him over to Chuck and have Chuck color him for the previews. What do you trust me with, Jared? Thank you, man. Oh, yeah? Is it a puppy, Jared? Well, folks, it is rolling up on 5 o'clock. We got these 3 panels done. A little bit more left on this last panel before I can finish the page. And plus, I need to go back and add backgrounds, but not too shabby for a live stream. Sorry, I got a little quiet after Perry left. Ray's feeling a little under the weather. Perry's all grown up and leaving the nest. They're all graduating in a month, so I'll have to get new co-hosts. But yeah, I will definitely give Joy a hug when I see her after I head back down to see her. She's taking care of her dad right now, but I should be down there helping people. The new full-time caregiver move in. So I got one more weekend down in Cedar, helping with Joy's dad, and then hopefully things will normalize just a little bit. So that'll be nice. Anyway, 5 o'clock. Like I said, apologize for not being on for a while, but family emergencies cropped up. Couldn't really be helped. We hope to be back on a regular basis now. I gotta start planning for contingencies though. See if I can't figure out how to stream on the road, and then also figure out maybe streaming more than once a week, and that way if I can't stream on Friday, I can stream on another day. But any hoodles, until the semester's over, I'm pretty much locked into the same pattern, but hopefully things will speed up after school gets out for the summer. So anyway, we will be back next Friday. Probably be doing commissions that time. I am happy to report that that our new subscriber, I don't know if they want me revealing their name and address, but so I won't do it. But they did get that piece of artwork when we did the commissions that one day. So maybe we'll do another commission lottery for people who like and subscribe to the live stream. So make sure that you do like and follow and share, and maybe get some free artwork coming your way for your efforts. Anywho, this is your host, Chad Harden with Creating Comics, signing off till next time. Everybody be good, and we'll see you next Friday. Jared, I might take you up on that, buddy. We'll see. All right, everyone, be good.